And now, it's time for another episode with the two brothers who ice fish from the same hole, who have kicked the same field goals, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yeah, man. What up out there, everybody? Welcome in to the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Here we are live again this week on a Sunday evening here for episode 94, bro. Episode 94, Leaf. Okay, for me, this year, I'm ready to go this week, bro. Charles Haley and DeMarcus Ware, bro, which now, officially, after yesterday, both of them are Hall of Fame players.
All right, yeah, that's right.
So there you go. I had that one in the ready to go,
I
bro.
don't. Let me see.
That was locked. That was locked and loaded.
I think is Deron Payne number 94. Let me look.
Oh, you don't get to look. I never looked. It's bullshit. I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, no.
94. Two Hall of Famers right here. Two beers for you guys. Love both those guys. It's both Hall of Famers and both Super Bowl winners. DeMarcus Ware did not win with the Cowboys, though, because we haven't won in forever.
Yeah, Deron Payne is number 94.
There you go.
See, I had it there, dude. I just needed to confirm.
I'm surprised that you could even think at all with the way that you look right now.
Yeah, if you can't see on the camera, I got a little sun yesterday, and it's kind of beating me into the ground. I had a long last few days, bro. I had a gig on Thursday night, 3 hours. It was a lot of fun, though, and then I had a gig on Friday, which was about 2.5 hours, and then Saturday I did some day drinking and got in the sun a little too long, and which is never a good thing for me because my skin sucks.
Yesterday, Leaf was day drinking. He's here today, powering through, just nursing a couple of beers just to feel normal.
Right.
Yeah, we've all been there, bro. It's the hair of the dog.
Take the edge off a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You start to feel better. You're like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so got in the sun a little too much, which I usually, and as bad as my skin is, I never think to do sunscreen, which is weird because every time I do get in the sun, it happens like that. And, then I'm hurting for the next 3 or 4 days. So.
Yes, if you're not watching live on YouTube, you're missing out. Of course, you should be on YouTube with us, as we always record live on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Come watch us when we record. It's either Saturday or Sunday usually. But yes, if you're not watching and you're listening on audio, still love you out there. Leaf just looks like he ate 3 DeBomb wings. That's how red he is right now.
Yeah, I look like a lobster, bro, for sure.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. He looks like a lobster. He's as red as my shirt that I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna make it through it though.
Oh, of course, we always will. So welcome in. Once again, we really do appreciate it. Make sure you do rate and review us out there when you're listening, please. So let's jump in, dude. Okay. As we know, up top, we've said this a few times. Obviously, there's still a big little writer strike / actor strike going on. So that's still, eventually we'll have to stop saying that because I think it's going to go on for quite a while.
Yeah.
But there's a couple things out there that came out. We talked about this a little bit last week. You brought up the fact that even though that's going on, the bigger actors, namely last week was The Rock, they had donated to the SAG-AFTRA Foundation Relief Fund because of course, the smaller actors or whatever, they don't make the $20 million a movie and all that shit.
Yeah. This thing is basically for the side actors, the backup guys, and the background characters, or
people
the
that are
smaller
still
parts.
in the union.
Yeah, not the A-listers that are
right.
They're at least They have enough to work to where they have a SAG card, but it's not enough to, they're kind of paycheck to paycheck, basically.
Of course.
And, they're probably working at fucking Starbucks to fill the gaps.
2 or 3 jobs.
So that's basically what this is for. This whole strike is for those guys to get paid a little bit more, especially off of the streaming, is what the big thing is. Because those streaming people like Hulu and Netflix, they don't pay the residuals enough.
Not at all.
So,
0.
Or
actually.
yeah, some of them are just like a penny. Celebrities or actors have been talking about, I've gotten checks for 1 cent before. And I'm sure those are like monthly things. So if you're getting a penny a month from an entertainment industry, that's pretty shitty. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, think about that, guys. You sit out there and think of like, you do think sometimes they're like, God, whoever made this show is probably making bank, and it's like, really, no, they're not.
Yeah, not really.
So, but anyways, I was going to say that you mentioned that after Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, had donated, now a bunch of celebrities are following suit and donating to this as well, which we said last week. We were like, man, others should do that.
Yeah, and I figured once The Rock came out and did it, other people had to, because they can't just sit there, because they kind of look like shitty, I'm sure. But
yep.
But yeah, there's a list that I found.
Yeah, who's on? I haven't seen this list.
Yeah, it's right.
I'm interested, bro.
I got George and his wife Amal, I guess is her name, Clooney. This is all.
I was like, George Amal, who the fuck is that?
George and Amal Clooney is what it says.
Okay.
Now these are donations of at least $1 million.
Oh.
$1 million and up.
Okay, so 7 figures like The Rock, basically. Okay, gotcha.
Matt Damon and his wife made a donation.
All these people, $1 million of these people do not affect them hardly at all.
No. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Hugh Jackman and his wife.
That's good.
The Rock, like we said. Nicole Kidman. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively.
Okay.
Julia Roberts. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Meryl Streep and Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, all these people have a net worth of over $200 million. Probably.
Easy, yeah. So this is pocket change to them.
Exactly.
So that's cool, though. It's cool that they got the smaller guys back, at least. So
yes, that is cool good. And you've seen those other actors out there too that I mean, like you said, it up to $1 million. So there's probably more that have donated.
Oh yeah. This is the people that have done at least $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's probably more out there. Like on the picket lines, like we said last week, we saw Brendan Fraser out there. We saw Bryan Cranston out there. We've seen Jack Black out there. We've seen Steve Buscemi out there.
Yeah, this past week, Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller were out there.
Yeah. So they all are obviously doing it, and I'm sure that they've donated.
Yeah.
Whatever. And they may donate again. Who knows? But that's good to see these big actors doing that for everybody that's like, hey, man, I don't make that much money at all.
Yeah.
So good to see as we sit here and go through this. I do know I did see that they were at the table this past week, and then it broke down again because basically the CEOs and everything were still not even close.
Yeah, they don't want to lose all that money they're getting from Netflix and Hulu and all that. So it's kind of hard to let go because they're making a ton of money off that shit.
I know. Yeah, so that's good to see though for everybody to try to survive with that going on through like I said. We're not talking about these big name actors. Obviously, they're fine.
Yeah.
Like these people that Leaf just mentioned could retire and be fine.
They could never make another dollar, and that'd be fine.
Exactly. Yeah. It's for those the smaller ones and the back. These people that are in the union that don't make shit. Basically,
right. These are ones that are barely making. Like you have. They say in the SAG, if you're a SAG actor, you have to make at least $26,000 a year, which is nothing. It's almost minimum
especially
wage,
if you're living in California.
That to get your health benefits, and they're saying like there's a huge percentage that don't even make that much. So that's crazy to be in the industry and you're not even making $26,000.
I mean that is 26K is nothing here, and we're in Texas. And think about in California, that's literally fucking nothing.
Right.
That doesn't you can't even afford nothing.
And you got the A-list actors who are most of the time they're the leads of a movie. But they can't carry it by themselves. You got to have these background guys. You got to have the crew. I mean, you can't just make a movie with George Clooney. That's it.
Exactly. There's so much that goes into it, dude. So much.
So like it definitely shows how underappreciated these people are.
Have you? Of course, we've seen Marvel movies, which, by the way, they're totally downhill, and I got something to say about that next. But the credits for a Marvel movie are endless.
They're like 8 to 10 minutes long.
Exactly. That's how many people it takes to make a Marvel movie.
Exactly.
That is how many people are affected by these movies not working.
Right. There's a lot of people out of work right now.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's a good thing that people are donating to that, and hopefully Hopefully it helps out a lot of people, and I hope it doesn't go till November.
Yeah.
Like, I want this shit to be over.
I don't think we mentioned it at the first, but the emergency fund that they're donating to, that's all money goes to those people that don't make enough. So it's actually getting spread out among all those people.
The people with no health
big names aren't getting it. It's like, it's the crews, the smaller actors, the background people. Those are the ones getting this money. So that's a really good thing to see.
Cool.
While this strike is going on.
Every once in a while, these big celebrities do something that's nice.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm sure they
may not agree with them all the time on other issues and whatnot, but this is a good thing.
They understand this is their industry, and they know that they're not there without those people. So it's
very true.
Yeah, so that's cool to see.
I mean, that's just common sense.
Right, yeah.
You know? So, okay, cool. Good to see. Speaking of, I wanted to bring this up because you kind of mentioned this a couple weeks ago, or 2 or 3 weeks ago anyways. Mm-hmm. The 2022, like the Disney movies, basically, that they flopped on.
They've been tanking since,
How about we look at this, bro? The 4 flops of 2023 that cost Disney $1 billion. And this is why the CEO of Disney is cutting back on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So this is just this year. Okay? So this is 4 flops, apparently. So let's go through what we got here. The first one would be Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That is the first official flop. That has cost them.
How much did that make? I never really looked that up. I thought it did okay.
Yeah, and I think it says it right here. Hang on one second. Let me get to that point. So this was the 3rd installment of the Ant-Man series. It grossed $476.1 million worldwide, which was lower than both of the 1 and 2. Studios keep around half of the proceeds, with the remainder retained by theaters, giving Quantumania $81.9 million profit after it banked a $37 million reimbursement. However, it will end up in the red when its next financial statements are filed, as they will show the colossal cost of post-production. So Ant-Man and Quantumania may be in the red. They may not even make any money.
Okay.
Basically. The second film is the live-action fairy tale of The Little Mermaid. That was in May. The movie was branded woke for updating the story of Disney's classic cartoon in 1989. And it was also criticized for its CGI, which made the once cute characters look like eerie aliens. Now, I didn't see this movie. I didn't take my daughter. Somebody else took my daughter, thank God. Because I didn't want to see it, because I knew that it was branded. I knew that it was going to be woke and stupid.
I wonder what the woke stuff was.
I don't know.
Because it's in a mermaid. It's not real.
Exactly. You would think that. But I'm sure that Disney somehow slid a thing in there.
They took a Barbie doll and made that woke as fuck, like an actual toy.
I got something to say about that, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so The Little Mermaid, though, had spent a total of $265.5 million. Staffing was one of its single biggest costs, with the production team peaking at 252 people. And that was $26.9 million of the budget for those people. Jesus. They got a $53.4 million reimbursement, though, from the UK government to help through the pandemic, because this was through 2020, I guess. Disney put the net spending on this film $212.1 million. And then after the box office or whatever, it got a $70 million profit on its $282.1 million share of the box office. However, it doesn't stop there, because, like Ant-Man, post-production costs are set to swell, and the next financial statements could be way worse. So after the movie comes out, there's still post-production costs that come out of this that apparently put this shit even further down than we thought.
Yeah.
Third film, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, in June. Now, we talked about this being kind of one of those movies where we're like, I don't know, bro. Because of the CGI, the reviews, and everything, we were already worried anyways, because the last one was so bad. Mm-hmm. The de-aged Harrison Ford in those was okay or whatever. However, that cost them a shit ton of money to make. Disney spent $294.7 million on this movie.
Good Lord.
And that only covered the pre-production.
Jesus.
the filming and 1 month of post. So the spending is not done because they're going to spend more money. It got $55.8 million reimbursement, bringing the net cost down to $238.9 million, meaning it needs to gross $477.8 million for Disney to break even. So far, the movie has only made $357.9 million, and as its costs are set to surge in its next set of financial statements, Disney is going to end up in a loss, and this movie is a surefire bomb for them.
Wow.
They are. This movie is going to lose $300 million. And then the last one here, this is what I wanted to talk to you about a little bit, was the Marvel shit. Secret Invasion, the series that just started on Disney Plus.
Yeah, the TV series, yeah.
I have, again, one of those series that I have zero interest in. I don't care if Samuel L. Jackson is in it as whatever.
This is about it's got Nick
Samuel
Fury,
L. Jackson, Nick Fury.
and it's about the Captain Marvel people. What are
exactly.
those aliens?
Yes.
I can't remember what they're called.
Yeah, I don't. Jesus.
That alien race that was in the Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah, which was good in the movie.
Yeah. The movie was great.
Yeah. So that shape-shifting aliens, basically.
Right.
There's a name for them or whatever, but anyways. It's got gaping, apparently, again, I have not seen this. It has a serious tone. It's got gaping plot holes and poor CGI, and apparently it's got a fucking garbage score of 7% on Rotten Tomatoes.
7%?
Yes.
Wow, that's the lowest I've ever seen anything Marvel's done.
Correct. Now, of course, unlike theaters, you don't pay per show on Disney Plus. You just pay that single fee. The show bafflingly had a budget of $211.6 million, despite the shitty CGI and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The total bill of all these together, $965 million, and that obviously that doesn't include all the post-productions coming, so that will be over $1 billion, and they have not made that back, and they will not make that back because of the shitty stuff they keep putting out. Now, the last thing I'll say, dude, is the Marvel shit. We're officially done with Marvel.
Yeah.
The shit is bad.
The golden days are over.
It's way over.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do as far as the Avengers movies that are coming out in like 2026 or whatever.
Yeah, they got 2 of them planned to come out already.
No shot it's even close to the originals. We had the best shit in that run, and now it's over.
That 12-year run was the best movies we've seen out of Marvel ever.
It's over. It's so bad now.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch Secret Invasion. I was like, this is going to be bad. I watched reviews on it, and it's 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, they keep putting out this garbage.
Dude,
that they should have never done the Disney Plus series.
Yeah.
There's just too much.
Yeah, I was kind of excited to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Yeah. And I couldn't get through it, dude. I thought I was gonna be able to watch that one, and I just didn't. It didn't grab me like I
told you that it was okay, but it was not anywhere close to the first two to me.
Yeah, and especially the first one. The first one's the best one.
The first one is definitely the best one.
And so I was watching this, and I'm like, man, this is. It just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got Rocket's. It was basically Rocket's like origin story. Really, all it was.
Yeah,
and so
that's pretty much what it was. Yeah.
Which is fine, and there was sad parts to it, but I was just like, this isn't doing anything for me. I thought this was going to be more of an epic type of a movie, kind of like a Captain America Civil War type thing or something.
Yeah, now that's been out forever and it's streaming or whatever, but nobody died.
Yeah.
I thought somebody was dying for sure. Nobody died.
Yeah, and then they built that up.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be a sad one. And then I was just like, I
mean, it was sad. There was points where I was like, oh, shit, Rocket's definitely dead. And then, like, at the end, I was like, oh, they fucking really killed Peter off.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's like, nope, he's good. And he will, Star-Lord will return, which I'm like, okay, that's good because I love Chris Pratt.
Well, I saw that they were doing like just a standalone Star-Lord,
There's no
That's
point.
what I thought. It's just going to be just him. So
Please,
like,
no.
I don't know what's going to... like you said, these storylines are getting away from what they used to be.
Yeah.
Like that whole Infinity War Endgame 12 years that built up to that was fucking masterful cinema. And the writing and how they just, all those timelines tied in together was so insanely good.
Yeah.
And they've gotten away from that. And now it's a big fucking mess. Every time they put out a movie, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's a mess. Like you said, it's a mess. And like, it's sad because they were just so ahead of DC, bro. Mm-hmm. And obviously we'll see what James Gunn does, but I don't think that's going to get any better either. I think the whole comic book thing is officially like on exhaustion.
Yeah, it's like tired. Yeah.
Yeah. I really do feel that way, except for Matt Reeves' Batman.
Oh yeah.
Don't fuck with that. That's separate from everything though. So that's
keep those where they're at.
Yeah.
Don't bring them over.
Now
please.
we can agree on that. I think that second one's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Fuck anything Matt Reeves does.
Yeah, that guy doesn't miss, bro.
No, he's such a good writer and director, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep him separate. Let him do his own thing. Don't fuck with the guy.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're at that point where I've officially came to that realization of like, okay, pretty much everything that they've put out lately has been pretty shit. Not anywhere close to the originals, like Captain America originals, Iron Man. Nothing's even going to come close to that, dude.
No. Yeah, they like I said, they had their glory days.
Yes.
Now they're just fucking sputtering along now.
Yeah, they're I don't know what it is. It's like you said, everything's a mess. I don't know if they got rid of somebody, like writer-wise or directors or what, but like it's bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So, but there you go. This year, in 2023, they're taking $1 billion loss on just these 4 projects, and probably more than that. So, it's no surprise that the CEO is wanting to slash.
Well, and Disney's got that woke Snow White coming out, so you know that's going to bomb.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So
Snow White, and
you can add that one to the list after that comes out.
Snow White and the non-Seven Dwarfs, which, hey, by the way, little people, because they don't like being called the other word. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get canceled. They like being called little people or dwarves are fine. I've actually seen several people like Jesus, what's his name from Jackass?
Oh,
Wee
Wee
Man.
Yeah.
He came out and he was pissed
Yeah.
at Disney. And then I saw Brad Williams, the comedian.
Yeah, Brad Williams.
He was like, what the fuck? Like, we work so hard to get these jobs and then they just cut them out.
Yeah.
That's regular people.
And you would think Disney was the one that's all about, diversity and everything. Mm-hmm. You think that they would know this already.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's crazy.
Bro, it's Peter Dinklage's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, I don't like the dwarfs.
The new
title.
Wonka movie with Timothy Chalamet is getting criticism because Hugh Grant
is an Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
And so the little people are pissed about that too.
And rightfully so. They're taking their fucking jobs.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a Disney movie though. But
no, I don't think so. But they're taking their jobs, bro. And like I said, like I saw the interview with Wee Man. He was like, "What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're taking our shit."
Yeah. So
they should be pissed.
Yeah, Disney's that thing's gonna fucking bomb. That's
and
not
Peter Dinklage is the main reason for that because I remember he bitched about that. He's like, I don't like them calling doors. Disney should do something about that.
Yeah.
And then, but like Wee Man and the other guys are like, fuck that guy. He doesn't speak for all of us. Like,
it's a medical term. It's dwarfism is what it's called.
Yeah.
So then they dwarfs for short. And
Snow White and the, I believe the title, don't check me, but you can check me. I think it's Snow White and the magical people or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
They changed the title, bro.
Yeah.
It's like Snow White and the magical people.
And of course, Snow White's a black lady.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't care about that, but it's like, why are you changing the story?
Yeah.
And the whole thing about like the dwarves or whatever, weren't they something special in the movie? Like the original story?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember the Snow White story. I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, it's all I know is she gets poisoned by some witch.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's her name? Maleficent. Because Angelina Jolie did 2 of those movies, and those were actually pretty good. Me and my daughter watched those. Those were actually pretty good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you're right. She gets poisoned, or is that the right story?
Yeah, and she goes into like basically a coma forever, and then the night comes and kisses her and wakes her up.
But the dwarves are like her friends that help her.
Yeah, she meets them in the woods, and they become friends, and they're hanging out, and then whenever she does go into that coma, they take her back. They take her back to their place and take care of her while she's in this deep sleep or whatever, and whatever.
Disney's not gonna learn, bro.
No,
they keep changing this shit up, and they like clearly affecting your bottom line. Mm-hmm. No one's watching this shit.
Yeah, they're hemorrhaging money because of this.
Yeah, that's what you get, bitches.
Yeah,
like I've said several times on this podcast, bro. Disney sucks. Fuck them.
Yeah,
and you get what you deserve. You fucking assholes.
And the whole woke thing is what we've seen. If you haven't learned from the Target and Bud Light thing, I mean, you do that, you're losing tons of money. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to tell your story, Just know that you're going to lose money.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Same thing with Barbie. I heard from a listener, shout out. You know who you are. They went and saw Barbie and they were like, "It's the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
I've
I could
heard
barely
that
make it through it."
not
So.
great. And it's crazy. It's about to make $1 billion.
Yeah, that's because of the marketing. You got to give them credit on that.
Yeah.
I mean, they marketed it as a Barbie thing. Like whoever did the marketing on the movie is a genius.
I know most people are going to it for the nostalgia. Like a lot of the girls are going to see this because they grew up with Barbie, and they're not really worried about the whole story, whatever the fucking story. I haven't seen it, and I haven't read anything about it. I just know that it's big. Like people are going to go see it, and they're just seeing it for that factor only. They're not really paying attention to the wokeness shit in it because I hear there's a lot of shit in there.
I have too. And like I said, whoever's the marketing person on that is genius.
Yeah.
That's why it's making it's going to make money, obviously. But no thanks. And I actually watched a review on it from somebody that I trust. And I was like, yeah, no, they're not getting a dime from me.
Yeah.
So I did not take my daughter. And she was like, oh, please. And I was like, no, we're not going. Sorry. That's why I don't drink Bud Light or shop at Target. Later.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, fuck Disney and Barbie.
That's the whole thing about this segment here is fuck Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we wanted to get
and
to.
Barbie, but I will say that Margot Robbie is still hot.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to change, ever.
No, she's a smoke show.
Yeah, I just want to put it, hey, Margot, I just want to put it out real quick. That had nothing to do with you, baby.
No.
Call me tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a couple of RIP segments as well in the acting world, unfortunately, dude. Mark Margolis is number one, which you may not recognize his name, but if you've ever watched the greatest show ever created, Breaking Bad, he was the character Hector Salamanca in that series, which was a very, I will say, unique character because of the way that he was in the show with being like paralyzed and unable to speak and how he had to act and all that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. He was also Alberto and Scarface. I mean, this dude was all time.
Dude, his filmography is long as shit. He's just one of those character actors that's kind of been in the background. He never was a big lead guy.
Yeah,
but
he's been in so much.
He's a hell of an actor. He's worked his whole life, and he's good though.
If you saw Mark Margolis' picture, you'd be like, oh, okay,
you know exactly who this guy is.
But I mean, the best character that he's ever played is Hector Salamanca in Breaking Bad, 100%, and in Better Call Saul, by the way, he was in that.
Yeah.
So definitely, R.I.P. to you, sir. What a legend, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I got another legend, of course, Mr. Paul Reubens, which again. Some people may not know the name because he's just so famous with character Pee Wee Herman.
Yes.
Of course. Now, that's something that was, Pee Wee Herman was, that was in the early 80s all the way up to the 90s or whatever. So we grew up with this.
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman.
I watched the Pee Wee's Playhouse every Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. And then when that movie came out, I wore that fucking thing out, dude. I watched it all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Pee Wee's Big Adventure, yeah. So... Man, it's very, very. Pee Wee Herman was everywhere too. Not just these shows. He would show up on like all the time. He would show up on like talk shows and shit. And he was obviously just. This was his character, and boom,
Yeah, he did a lot of voice work as well.
Yeah.
In cartoons and live action stuff.
Yeah. He did have some issues.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, there was definitely the 91 arrest where he was jerking off in the porno theater.
Yeah.
Got arrested for that. Which,
I mean, we all do that, but we did it at home, obviously, not at an actual theater.
There's, no reason to jerk off in the theater there, guy. I remember this was all like past him and shit.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there was a couple things that he had as far as that goes, but I think for the most part, he kind of put that behind him or whatever it was. But I mean, dude, I'm the same way, bro. We grew up with Pee Wee Herman, and I watched the shit out of that too, man.
Yeah. And that I like to on Instagram. I follow a lot of celebrities, and they were showing videos. Like if he was a good friend of yours, he was like on your birthday. He's like I can't remember who it was, man, but he said this. I got this every year from Paul, just giving me a birthday. He sent me a birthday video, and it was like the funniest shit ever. And a lot of actors were saying like, man, he was such a good person in the industry to be around and stuff. So another big loss, man.
Yeah, that sucks, man. R.I.P. Mr. Paul Reubens. Now that happened like literally after we recorded last week.
Yeah.
So that's been news for about a week. We just haven't recorded since then. So, R.I.P. to both of those guys. Sad. Just another sign that we're getting older, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are you going to change your name for free sandwiches?
I am not, but you do have that chance.
Okay.
It's big time restaurant Subway sandwiches. We've all heard about that.
A little bit. We talked about the Face of the Subway documentary.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy that likes kids.
Yes.
But anyway, Subway says that they will give you free sandwiches for life if you legally change your name to Subway. This is a real thing. The article says that they're going to give out $50,000 in gift cards, and they'll cover the legal fees associated with the name change.
$50,000 in gift cards.
Yeah.
To you.
Yeah. That way you can use it at Subway.
Will that cover me for the rest of my life?
I would imagine they'll keep refilling them if you run out.
There's no way
they're saying for life.
There's no way.
Until I die, bro.
I'm just thinking out loud, though. Like, there's no way I can spend $50K at Subway. I mean, if that's even all you eat every day, I don't know.
Now, what I think it's limited to, though, they have a...
of course, like a fucking cheap sandwich.
Yeah, well, I think it's called their deli something. I think these are kind of newer sandwiches.
The shit meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the quality shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so, yeah, this... let me see.
Of course not. Why would they give you the quality shit, bro? They're not going to fucking do that.
And
like,
actually...
let me get that fucking nice Italian fucking chicken bacon ranch. They're like, oh, that's not a part of it, sir.
Yeah, when I saw this thing, actually today, as we're recording, the actually to register to do this is over. So sorry about that. But
Jesus, I missed it.
You guys aren't going to rush over there to sign up, I don't think. But
I don't think
it was
so.
between August 1st and 4th. You had to go to subwaynamechange.com and enter in. And if you win, then you have to go actually do it and have the paperwork done. And then, like I said, they'll reimburse you for the legal fee because it does cost money to change your name.
Yeah.
You can't just go change it for fucking shits and giggles.
No, there's some paperwork involved, bro. For somebody behind the scenes or computer work, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, and it said the company will provide the winner $750 to help cover the legal fees. And then, you get a one-time payment of $50,000 in Subway gift cards.
Okay, so one-time payment, and
so I guess. I mean,
you're not gonna spend $50K on Subway.
I don't think you're gonna eat Subway every fucking day of your life, because
I mean, you could at least for like one meal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Most people eat sandwiches for lunch.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's what I typically when I'm at home working or whatever.
I bet that averages out to like one a year if you just buy just the one sandwich. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how they figured that out, but whatever.
$50K of a 6-inch sub. By the way, give me chips and a drink cheap motherfuckers.
Yeah, no shit.
Because the 6-inch sub is not gonna. I mean, yeah, that's good, but I like chips and a drink with it.
Yeah, and I got to imagine a lot of people signed up for this. So hopefully in the next few days, like I said, the registration was over on the 4th, August 4th, and then I guess we'll see who wins, and then we can mention it whenever that happens if I see it come across here again. But
I have a feeling we'll know what their name is.
Yeah, it's going to be Subway. Subway Johnson or whatever.
Subway Fogel. Yeah. I'll be like, oh shit. Oh, God, Jared's back.
He did it from prison. Oh shit.
He's back.
And he's back on the commercial. He's like, what the fuck is going on in this world?
What the fuck? Now I have my probation officer with me every time I go. So yeah, I'll be like, oh no.
So there you go, man. Somebody's going to get $50,000 of Subway for changing their name to Subway. And they have to do that. They have to follow through with that.
It's not even worth it, dude. Subway's not even that good.
Yeah. I can't tell you the last time I ate there. I mean, I do like it. I'll go get I like the Italian BMT. That's a pretty good sandwich. But I haven't been to Subway in a while.
Every time I go there, there's a long line and they're slow, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck it. I'm not waiting.
That's everywhere you go now, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But Subway's even worse, bro, because they're like, the sandwich artist is up there just like, okay, what do you want? And they're just so slow, bro. I'm like, God, get out of the way. If you don't know what you want from Subway now.
Yeah, no shit.
It's the same shit all the time.
Yeah. It's not hard.
And there's one Subway sandwich that's a special. It's on the fucking menu up there at the top. You can see it.
Yeah.
You get up there and somebody's like, oh, geez, I don't know. I'm like, how do you not know? You came to Subway and you don't know what you want.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, no, not at all. But, yeah, I'm not a frequent visitor, so though I would not. I mean, if somebody gave me $50K worth of Subway, I'd be like, I guess I'll go there pretty much 2-3 times a week.
I know the last time I did go, I was at work at home, and I pulled up the app or the online and placed my order online and just walked in there and picked it up. So that's kind of cool.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet.
So.
Well, interesting. Okay, there you go. Change your name. Well, it's too late, guys. Sorry, but if you did change your name and you listen to us, we will take a couple sandwiches. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right, moving over to some music shit here. I want you to tell me what's going on with whoever the fuck this lady is, Lizzo. I mean, I've seen her, but I've never heard a song by her ever.
She's a
you very
probably
large
have, like
woman
on TikTok, because I know some of her songs were tagged on those TikTok things before, those trends.
This is a pop star, apparently.
Yeah, she's a
very large black woman.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about her. I really don't.
I don't know much about her either. I just know, I mean, she's a singer, and she's very big, and she's been spreading.
Big as far as popularity or big as far as weight?
Both.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Just want to clear that up.
She is a fat person.
Okay.
I'm just going to come out and say it. There's fat people in the world. She's one of them.
Okay. All right.
And
just clearing that up.
Big lawsuit has come out. A bunch of her, or a few of her ex-dancers that were on her tour have filed a suit alleging that Lizzo has created a very toxic work environment.
Okay.
Body shaming, which
kind of like Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes.
But she didn't body shame. She was just a piece of shit.
Yeah, body shaming, which is weird for Lizzo, who's bigger than her dancers, because I've seen the dancers. I've seen pictures of them, and they're not as big as Lizzo. But Lizzo's her thing is she hires bigger dancers just because that's her whole thing. It's like, big is beautiful. I am beautiful because I'm this fat.
Okay.
And I'm like, not everybody thinks that.
There's a lot of people that do.
Yeah. There's people that are attracted to fat people.
Oh, yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
If that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't like it.
Now, if you were back in the 1930s, you were screwed because everybody was fit.
Yeah, nobody likes fat people.
Like I said in the 1930s story that I did from the video from New York, I'm like, wow, everybody's fit and looks great. So if you enjoyed bigger women, which I'm sure they were out there, I'm just saying, it was hard to find though.
They're in the circus, bro.
Now it's like you just walk outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I could. Okay, I'm not gonna say it.
I've been waiting so long to
shit
on this.
you go ahead with that. I'm just talking in my own head.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say it.
Well, I mean, I've been waiting to shit on this lady because she always seems shady to me, dude. Her talking the way she does and being all, she's super confident, and I get it. That's great, whatever. But then I was like, I don't know. She looks like one of those fake fucking bitches, and of course she is. Well, this is all allegedly, okay? But I believe it. I believe the dancers because there's a lot of stuff.
Why would they lie?
Yeah. And I would be leery if it was just one person, but there's 3 or 4.
Multiple.
And then there was a director of her documentary. She shot a documentary 3 or 4 years ago. The director of it quit 2 weeks in because of Lizzo being a bully, a narcissist. And like she was talking about the work environment. It was very toxic. Now, these allegations came out. Lizzo was touring, and they were in Amsterdam, and they went to this place. I guess it was kind of like a strip club / sex worker place in Amsterdam. Prostitution in Amsterdam is massive. So I think they were in one of those places. The dancers said that Lizzo made them eat bananas out of the sex workers' vaginas. That was like something she wanted them to do.
Just so she was into that stuff.
Yeah, she's obviously into weird shit.
Yeah.
And so that's what started this whole thing. And she was forcing them to touch the dancers and being, handsy with them and shit. And then of course Lizzo comes out on her Instagram and says, it's all bullshit. I've been doing good work and all this, but she's body shaming.
They made it up, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, I don't know. And of course,
you don't hear this from a lot. You don't hear this from like every artist, like pop star. Like this is the first time I ever heard of somebody body shaming their dancers.
Yeah, and when she's bigger than them,
or making them eat bananas out of vaginas.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Which is weird because I don't like bananas. I've never been asked to do that. I wouldn't do that because I just don't like banana. But it's good potassium.
Yeah,
but I mean, I would. It depends on who it is, I guess.
Yeah,
but not a dancer that just came off stage. I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's I've been waiting a while to shit on this person because I can't stand her. She's fat. Yeah. She's fat.
Now that I see the picture of her, I do remember her being in a Mandalorian episode on Disney Plus with Jack Black, which makes no sense at all.
Yeah, that's weird.
Literally no sense. So she's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So she belongs at Disney, I guess. There you go.
There you go.
Jack Black, why did you go over there, bro? Jack Black is not a piece of shit. Why did he do that, bro?
I imagine Lizzo's going to settle with these dancers. That's usually what happens in these cases.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't she have a lot of money?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
So she's going to pay them off. And then everybody's going to forget about it. And, you shouldn't. Because there's people who...
Why are these people not canceled, bro?
Yeah. She has lost a ton of, like, 200,000 Instagram followers, which is good. I hope she does get canceled, but I think she might be one of those that are too big to do it because a lot of people like her just because she is big and she's talented, apparently. So,
yeah, well,
people love that shit, bro. Love it. They love it.
So they do. But she's lost like 200,000 followers and got a lot of heat for this, right?
Yeah.
Do we know if her music is like number one after this controversy?
Fuck, I don't know. Probably not.
Like the Jason Aldean song. Like people hated on that, and it's immediately shot up to number one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just curious.
The Morgan Wallen thing when he came out after saying the N word, and then all of a sudden his shit was number one because people tried to cancel him.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Most of
this is being a piece of shit to other people, though. So like that should get you canceled. Like Aldean didn't hurt anybody.
Well, apparently, according to them, he was a piece of shit because he's racist and all that. I'm like, I don't see that because he literally doesn't mention that at all in any of his song, but okay.
But yeah. So, Lizzo's calling other people fat when she's fat.
Okay. Well,
so she's a piece of shit.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah. She's going to die alone. Nobody's going to love her, dude.
Nah, there's no way. Okay, I'm looking at a picture of her, bro, and can you imagine, bro? She's wearing like a leather outfit in this picture and performing.
Yeah, that's what she
does.
At
a festival in Denmark.
Because she thinks that is beautiful and sexy.
Okay.
Well, she has no choice to think that because she's fat.
Well, there's some people that like that, dude. Hmm? There's some people that do.
Oh, there's tons of people that do.
Yeah, that's what we've always said about OnlyFans. Like, if you want to start one because there's people out there that will like it.
Yeah, you can be dog face ugly, and a dude's gonna throw $200 at you to shit on something because he's weird.
2,000.
Yeah. I mean, there's something out there for everybody.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not exactly attracted to
I'm just saying though, so she's at this show, right, performing in this leather outfit that I'm looking at right here. Can you imagine, bro? After a show. Mm-hmm. Like she's like, oh, I want to fuck. Like if you're a boyfriend or whatever, I want to fuck, and she takes it off and it's like just so soaking wet, bro, from sweat. I'd be like, oh my god,
yeah, so hot, baby,
so slippery everywhere, just disgusting sweat. Like that is okay. Now, no, take a shower, bitch.
Yeah.
But don't body shame people.
Yeah, don't body shame people, especially if you're
overweight yourself.
Yeah, you're in the same category.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
well, I mean, don't do that. Period.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, people have medical issues that we don't know about that leads to some of that. I mean, we don't know, but don't do that.
Exactly. I'm just saying. Some of it's their fault. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
And you got to have extra work done to try to lose the weight. It's not healthy. They do say it's healthy. So, but it's only the big people that are saying that it's healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm healthy. I'm fine. I'm like, you're not going to be. Right? Let's talk when you're 60, bro. And your fucking heart can't pump right because you got all this extra fat. Look, and I'm no prize, dude. Look, I know I'm overweight myself, but I know it's my fault. And I like to eat shitty food.
Right.
And you can body shame me all you want. I don't give a fuck what you say about me, but don't say you're fucking healthy when you're fucking 400 pounds.
Yeah.
And you're eating bananas out of vaginas, bro. Like, I mean, at least you're eating bananas. Like that's the hard thing to believe. I would think it was pizza. Eat that pizza out of that pussy. And I'd be like, oh shit, she's not helping her dancers at all.
Eat these Cheetos.
Yeah. At least you're just like, oh, it's a banana. At least that's health wise.
Oh God.
So fuck Liz. I've been wanting to shit on her all the time. I don't like her.
I can tell.
So fuck her, bro.
I can tell, bro. That was funny.
She's not healthy, dude.
Also,
if she thinks she's beautiful, that's fine. That's great. People do think that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Whatever you want to think.
But you're not healthy, dude. We're going to have our RIP segment for Lizzo soon.
Okay. Well, she'd be like, yeah, never mind.
It's going to be because her heart stopped.
Well, she denies all this, apparently.
Yeah, she says it's not true. So,
okay.
Of course. Yeah, she's going to come out and say, I actually did all of that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's not going to happen, right?
Right.
Oh, okay.
So there's that. That's the only thing I got for music, bro. I just wanted to shit on her.
I wanted to say real quick. Oh, that was funny. I'm sorry. That was funny.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are out there. That was funny. All right. I'm sorry.
But hey, if you have trouble with your weight, I get it. I do too.
Goddamn, we're getting older, bro. We struggle. We're not exactly healthy.
You can do something about it though. Don't make excuses. You know what I mean?
Well, we're definitely not healthy, as you know if you listen to us. We drink a lot.
Oh no, man, my weight goes up and down all the time. But I do take whenever I'm ready. I do it and I lose 20 pounds and I'm good. But I'm always going to eat shitty food because I like it.
True, man. Everything that's good for you is actually bad for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Or not. everything that tastes good or like beer, fast food, shit like that, you're like, oh, hell yeah. It's bad for you, bro.
Oh, dude, when I'm hungover, the best thing I do is I order Domino's, bro.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And it's bad for you, but I'm like, God, it's so good right now.
Between the beer and the Domino's pizza, you just had the workout for the whole month.
Yeah.
In 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Less than 48 hours.
Of course. And then, see, and I know that's my fault, dude.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm not up here saying, oh, I'm so beautiful. And because I know I'm not. That's why I'm single.
Yeah. It's okay, bro.
It's all good, bro.
We're there.
Yep.
Okay, one thing I want to say real quick before we jump over to sports. I want to say we're 2 weeks away from this big event here in our hometown. Less than that, actually. Excuse me, less than that. Metallica's coming to town, bro. They just kicked off their tour in North America, and the first shows were in New York, basically, at the Jets Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The MetLife Stadium is what it is. Show number 1 was on Friday, so 2 days ago. Show number 2 is, it's 6:10 there right now as I'm speaking, 16 p.m., so Metallica will take the stage for show number 2 at New Jersey in about 2.5 hours, probably, is when they'll get back on stage. Because, again, this tour, they're doing 2 shows in every city at a football stadium because they're one of the biggest rock bands in the world, if not the biggest rock band in the world that can do that. I mean, we're talking renting a football stadium for 3 days.
Yeah.
And selling out 2 shows, of course, everywhere. And so they kicked off. Just want to say that we're close to that. Obviously, that weekend, Arlington in 2 weeks, I'll be there. I think Leaf's going.
I'm going to try.
Leaf is fucking going.
I'm going to try, yeah.
He's going to try to go. He's going. But anyways, they kicked it off. Set list was, solid. They did live debut Shadows Follow, bro.
Yeah, and I had this list for you, and then we'll go through it when you get done with your stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's it. I mean, the set list for the most part was great. I mean, it is what it is. They're going to play the hits, obviously. We'll see what they do tonight because they're not playing, again, 2 shows. They don't play the same song twice all weekend, so each set list is completely different. But they did debut Shadows Follow live, and I haven't seen the video of that because, I mean, I haven't, but I love that song off the new album, and
yeah, it's a good
hopefully it's good. And other than that, they played, obviously, some classics, and we'll see what they do tonight. But I'm excited about dude, okay, so Arlington shows, those will be Metallica shows for me, I believe, number 34 and 35, maybe more than that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm up there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm ready, of course, but it'll be fun. And, of course, the first night of Mammoth, WVH opens up, which is Eddie Van Halen's son's band.
Yes.
And then Pantera, which, I mean, that's...
Tribute band, yeah.
It's a tribute band, yeah. It's not Pantera without Dimebag and Vinnie Paul. I mean, let's go. But, yeah, I mean, it's cool to watch the tribute band play Pantera's music, though.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, what do you have list-wise for me?
Yeah,
Is
I have this
Metallica
list. Yeah, I need to use the restroom first, so.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on 1 second. We will be right back. I can't wait either, Billy. Hang on 1 second. We'll be right back with a cool list, apparently. Okay. Sorry about that. Leafs and amateur.
Yeah, I forgot to pee beforehand, which we normally do. And
all right, man. So
right,
so what's this Metallica list?
this is a list I was gonna basically kind of quiz you on. I mean, these were
Quiz me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right off the rip, bro.
Oh God.
Most played Metallica songs live off of every album. So
Okay.
Kill 'Em All. What do you think is the most played song?
Seek and Destroy.
That's Ride the Lightning.
Creeping Death.
2 for 2. This one's easy. Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets.
Okay. Injustice for All.
1.
Okay. Black Album.
Enter Sandman.
No, it's Holier Than Thou. No, I'm just kidding. Load.
I actually did play that Friday.
Yeah, off of Load.
Most played live song off Load.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little.
This is going to be tough because
Yeah.
they don't play anything off of Load really anymore. Because they had the Load tour though.
And they haven't played this one a lot
Yeah.
compared to because these are later albums, obviously. But
Yeah.
They played it 365 times.
God, they had the Load tour where they played a ton of Load.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go King Nothing.
That's right.
Okay.
So 100% so far.
Well, that's the only one they really play anymore off Load.
Yeah. Reload.
Fuel.
Yeah, that one's easy.
Yeah.
Saint Anger.
Frantic.
Yeah. Only 100 and something.
Yeah, they've recently started playing that a little bit.
197 times.
Yeah.
Death Magnetic.
Day That Never Comes.
No.
Oh, what the fuck? That list is not updated.
This one surprised me, actually. Cyanide is what it shows.
Oh, okay. That does make sense.
194
okay,
times.
that would have been my second guess.
Okay. Hardwired.
That would be, geez, I mean, Hardwired.
No.
Okay, wait. Moth into Flame.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they just released 72 Seasons not too long ago, which you think is the most live off of that album.
Probably Lux Eterna. No, is it Lux?
Yeah, Lux Eterna.
Okay.
All right, bro, you got all of them except for the one.
Death Magnetic. I missed.
Yeah, you missed Death Magnetic.
So I said Day That Never Comes. It was Cyanide.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. But it's got to be close. Day That Never Comes has got to be close.
Yeah, and then there's the songs that they've never played live, which now needs to be updated because Shadows Fall was on the list, but they just played it. But off of Load, do you know what songs they've never played?
Off of Load?
Yeah. There's 4 songs off of Load that they've never played live. Is what this list says anyway.
I'd have to pull up the track list.
Yeah, but
there's
the House Jag built.
Yeah,
Cure.
that makes sense.
From Within.
Thorn Within.
Or Thorn Within.
Thorn Within.
Yeah. Ronnie.
Oh yeah, don't play that ever.
Yeah. Reload was
Where the Wild Things Are. They never played that.
Dude, Better Than You. They've played that live, haven't they?
They played a jam of it. I don't think they played the actual song.
Okay. Yeah.
Where the Wild Things Are has got to be on that list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad Seed.
Bad Seed was in their jam.
Slither.
Slither. Enter Sandman 2. Is what that's been dubbed.
Prince Charming and Attitude.
I like Attitude, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Well, Cure for me off of Load.
I
always
Cure,
thought
too.
that'd be a badass live song.
It would be. It's
and
heavy.
then off of Saint Anger.
They've played Billy in chat. They've played Low Man's Lyric. They've played that a couple of times actually. They played that on the tour that Leaf saw him, right? Low Man's Lyric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the reloading tour.
Right.
Yeah. Poor Reloading Me tour.
Yeah.
Saint Anger, Invisible Kid, My World, Shoot Me Again, and Purify, which they should never.
Purify should be deleted. I'm gonna be like Lars's dad. Delete that.
Hardwired to Self Destruct. There's 2 songs they've never played.
Am I Savage is one. Wow, there's a second one. I thought they played everything. I know Am I Savage is one, and then Murder 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And then off of 72 Seasons, there's Shadows Follows on here, but obviously they played that recently.
Yeah, they haven't played Enamorado. They haven't played Room of Mirrors. I mean, this is the tour for this album.
Yeah,
So I mean,
Too Far Gone, Chasing Light, and Crown of Barbed Wire. They haven't played that.
They'll knock most of these out on this tour.
Yeah.
I think they'll start debuting a bunch more.
That
Plus, I believe after the stadium tour, they're going to do another tour, so they'll knock a lot of that out.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting list, and since Metallica was coming to town in a couple of weeks, I thought it'd be cool to talk about.
Yeah,
so.
but hey, if you didn't notice out there that Leaf quizzed me on that, obviously
I didn't tell him this was happening.
No,
before,
I didn't know.
Yeah.
But obviously, I know some shit. So, And by the way, if you watch this on YouTube, you can see my wall is covered with Metallica stuff. One wall. If you saw all of the walls, you'd be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So there you go. But I am looking forward to it. They are coming here in Arlington, like I said, in 12 days from now is the first show on August 18th. And then August 20th, which we will still record. We're planning to record that Monday after, which will be very rough, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'll be able to review the show, and Leaf will be with me. Relax.
I'm trying. I'm going to try to make it because I want to, dude. It's going to be an epic 2 days. Dude.
I mean, good Lord. And we have the off day in between, thank God.
Yeah.
Because they know. They're like, we're old, and our fans are older, so we need an off day.
Yeah, exactly.
But I could do 2 days in a row probably, but hey, it's fine. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
It's getting harder for us these days to party like that for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last time Metallica was in town, we got fucking shit-faced.
Oh, I know. For the Triller fight
thing, yeah.
Good God, bro. Well, the main reason was because like the way the event was set up was just fucking weird.
Yeah, there was like a 3-hour period or something. They opened the show like
there was a couple fights.
Yeah.
And then Metallica came on and played. No, I don't. Actually, I think Metallica played it first.
Yeah, they played like three
songs
or something.
Like
yeah,
3
two
songs.
or 3 songs, and then the fights went on.
And then 4 hours of fights,
yeah.
and then Metallica was like, "We're out here for another 11 songs."
And we weren't there for the fights, so all we could do was drink.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't care about the fights. I was like, I don't give a shit about this.
Yeah.
And then here we are 4 hours later. Metallica finally comes on. I'm like, we've been drinking for 4 hours. Yeah. I was hammered.
Yeah.
And the set list was just all hits, so I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
It was your garden variety show, for sure.
I haven't seen. I've obviously have seen all of those songs so many times.
Mm-hmm.
I was wasted. Golly, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun though. Oh, Boston Dom is down here for that.
Yeah, he's coming for the Arlington shows. He'll be back. We told that story, I believe, on the pod because at the time the woman you were with picked us up. Because we couldn't get an Uber.
Yeah, we couldn't get an Uber. So, and poor girl, man. She was in bed, dude, and she had to get out of bed to come get us.
Shout out to her. I always tip my cap to her for that.
Yeah.
For making it happen. And that was big for us because we were fucking stranded, basically.
Yeah, basically. And she took us a Whataburger, which was a plus.
I know. I was like, hey, by the way, can you take us a Whataburger? She was like, absolutely. I was like, oh, God, your rule.
Yeah.
Thank God. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. And I'll probably talk about it next week on the pod as well. We'll see what they play tonight, actually.
Yeah.
And I do hope that hey, shout out to Jeff in chat right now. I do hope they play another new song. That would be cool. That would give me hope moving into next or 2 weeks from now, whatever. Okay. All right, man. Let's get into some sports. We got the back half of this episode on some sports. Hopefully we can do about 45 more minutes here in this episode, so we don't go too long. People say, "Oh yeah, it's so long." Hey, we'll do whatever the fuck we want, okay?
Hey, it's what we do.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go off on little rabbit holes.
Exactly. Jumping over, let's get into the NFL. We're gonna be bringing this up for the next several months because we're here
in January.
We're
February.
5 Sundays away from the first NFL Sunday.
Yeah, and college football starts earlier than that. So
of course,
if that's your thing. I mean, Saturdays and Sundays are gonna be filled with football, and I just can't fucking wait.
100%.
Yes,
I will watch the first college football and then probably blow a load.
Yeah,
actually, because I'm like, football, baby, it's here. Anyways, just some training camp updates coming out. Of course, that's what we're in right now. We had the Hall of Fame game on Thursday. I didn't really watch. Of course, Aaron Rodgers did not play. Zach Wilson played. They said he looked decent.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, yeah, it's a Hall of Fame game. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's not that important.
Yeah, exactly. So some top NFL news of the day coming out of everybody's training camp, not just ours. Crazy enough, it does start with the Cowboys. Micah Parsons is coming out and talking, which I kind of don't like. He's wanting to say that he is going to be one of the greatest Hall of Famers. That's what he says. I just want to be known as one of the greatest Hall of Famers. Which, starting his career, he is definitely on that path.
Right.
Because he's a beast. He's a goddamn beast.
He is good, yes.
Okay. Let's see. Some more crazy news that have come out. The only other thing I will say about the Cowboys, by the way, coming out of that training camp, we do not have a kicker. They have 2 kickers in camp, and they have missed constantly. Which, if you followed the Dallas Cowboys last year and Brett Maher in the playoff game where we dominated against the Buccaneers, but he missed 4 field goals or 4 extra points or whatever it was. Obviously, it's carried over, and Jerry Jones needs to do something. They have 2 kickers that have missed so many field goals, apparently. I've been following on Twitter. I'm like, oh, my God, dude. We can't go into the season with a kicker that's missed 4 or 5 field goals a day in training camp.
Yeah, it's bad. That's real bad.
So here we fucking go again. And the only other thing I'll say is Zach Martin's still not there.
Jerry Jones still holding out, right?
Jerry Jones needs to pay the guy. Yeah, he's been fined over $500,000 now for not being there, because you get fined if you don't report.
Yeah, you got to be there when you're under contract, obviously.
So pay the man his money. Can we just pay the guy?
Yeah, I mean, if he's worth it.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, so
pay the guy. And we talked about that a little bit. Like I don't know. It's a slippery slope, dude. He signed the contract before. Should he honor that, or should he hold out and get more money?
Yeah,
because they're not guaranteed contracts in the NFL.
Exactly.
So.
And at the time when he signed it, he was the highest paid offensive lineman.
He was.
Now times change. As more years pass, other people are going to get paid more than you. Just how the fucking market works. Yep. So finish out your... I understand it as well, though. If you become some badass player like that, then yeah, you should have at least some leverage to negotiate more money and renegotiate.
Yep.
And if that's what you want to do, yeah, you're obviously in the right to do that. But yeah, obviously you're going to get fined like he is too, if you're sitting out, not reporting. So...
yeah,
you got to figure out what's worth it. So he obviously thinks it's worth it to sit out and wait for a new deal. So,
man, this is just so bad, bro. Like, you don't want bad blood between you're one of your best players and your front office, which.
Yeah, and being this close to the season, that's a little weird too. You want that guy out there working, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, for the offense especially.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a new offensive coordinator, which, you know. Thank God, because Kellen Moore needed to get the fuck out of town. Mike McCarthy's basically calling the plays now. But there's a new offensive coordinator that helps, so obviously. So I don't know if he's changed or anything, but you obviously want him to be there.
Yeah, I mean,
learning.
Well, he's had the whole fucking offseason off. You know, you want him in there getting in football shape. You know,
exactly.
Because he could get hurt. You know, if you're not conditioned.
Yeah, soft tissue injury or something.
Yeah,
for not being out there working and stuff.
Yeah, so.
That's the only thing coming out.
Man,
not a great time to be in Cowboys training camp right now, in my opinion. Especially the biggest thing, I'm confident that'll take care of itself.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is we don't have a kicker. Hello.
That's pretty wild that you don't even have one that can make field goals.
No. there was a couple that were like 4 for 8, and then one was like 5 for 9 or something. So they're missing field goals. You don't want that.
Yeah. Not much, not anything crazy like that coming out of.
Yeah, well, have you heard anything as far as how Sam Howell's looking?
Yeah, well, what I've heard, the latest thing I've heard is that the battle is getting pretty crazy. Like Jacoby Brissett's actually challenging him pretty well. But as far as I know, Sam Howell, I think, still has it. And everybody said he looks great and everything. Of course they are. Like, they're not going to come out during a press conference and say, God, this guy sucks. Should be Jacoby. They're not going to say that.
Dude,
but I have heard nothing but good things. He's throwing really well. He looks good. He's actually kind of commanding the offense like a leader, which is good to hear from a guy who's only got one game under his belt.
A win,
which is great against the best team you could get that win from. And I appreciate you, Sam Howell, for that.
Yeah, we were, but we handed that to him on a silver platter because how bad our team was that week. That was embarrassing.
That was bad.
Shout out to everybody that came out for our watch party.
Yeah, that was fun.
We'll do it again this year.
Yeah, we should. What I do hear is the offense looks fucking great, like way better than it ever has. Of course, we're in training camp. They're not playing against teams yet, so
I mean, you're playing against top 10 defense.
The thing about the defense is that's the other thing I've heard. The cornerback that they got in the first round, Emmanuel Forbes, he looks like a veteran already. They say he's a really smart player. He's making plays out there. So
he should start.
Yeah, first round pick. You should be able to plug him in.
Absolutely.
And then. Yeah, I mean, they look good, but the biggest question mark is the quarterback position, and that's kind of the last position you want to have a question mark on going into the season, but we'll see what happens. Somebody's going to win the position, and then hopefully they, they're the guy. So
Yeah.
And if Sam Hell's that guy and he goes out there and does great, I'll be happy. But like I first I got to see it, man. Like I said, he was a rookie last year. He had one game. He won that game. But that's all the experience he has is the one game. So.
Yep.
But that's it. There's no crazy storylines or anything happening over there. Thank God. I have heard that it's a whole different new environment now that the ownership has changed. We talked about that before. There's a new owner, Josh Harris, and his group.
He's still the same coach.
Yeah.
That's what I question.
Yeah.
That should also
Eric
be
Bieniemy is.
That should also be on your question mark.
Yeah.
Is the fact that you have the same coach.
Yeah.
Who has done nothing.
Yeah. I think Bieniemy is going to be the head coach next year. I think this new ownership is going to make change. I don't think this team's not going to. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I mean,
fucking no, they're not. In this division, no, not yet.
Yeah. So, like I said, with the question mark at the quarterback position, that's not usually
that's the
good
biggest
feeling.
Thing. That's the guy that touches the ball every play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. And we've seen Jacoby Brissett. We know what he is. He's capable of backup.
This new ownership group is going to make a lot of.
You're going to go through this
decisions.
year. Yeah, you're going to go through this year as the Commanders and you're going to win 6-7 games.
Yeah.
I'll say. Now, then they're going to flip the script and change a lot of shit, and then you'll probably start to be on the upswing. That's my prediction for the Commanders.
I hope so.
/ 40,000, 50,000 signatures saying they want it back to the Redskins.
Yeah. That could be a
Which, by the way, what's that up to now? Because it was over 40,000 when I sent it to you this week.
Yeah, and when I signed it, it showed something like 40,000+. I haven't looked.
I almost signed it.
That was about a week ago.
I almost signed it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, stop
I bet
changing.
it's over 50, 60 now.
At least.
Yeah. So, I mean, people are gunning for it. And now the ownership has been kind of quiet about it just because they're focused in on this season or whatever. And so.
Well, I did see your coach came out and said, we did say the Redskins more lately, but we said it in the utmost respect.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that started the signature thing is part of a tribe nation or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, it's to honor us.
Yeah, it always has been. That's the thing I never understood about the name, and people were bitching. And it was funny because it only happened every 4 years when there was a fucking election, and like some, Democrat was trying to get that vote,
Of course.
So they're like, I'm going to get them to change that racist name, and then everybody's like. All the tribes were like, yeah, we don't mind it. It's a powerful
It's actually
thing.
nice because it was started for us as an honor.
Yeah. Yeah, like, the logo wasn't stupid like the Cleveland Indians, like all cartoonish looking. It was actually that was an actual, they took a drawing from an actual Native American chief, dude.
Yeah. No, it was a cool logo.
But anyway.
Maybe it'll go back, bro.
Maybe. I don't know how much the league has control over that. They have to, I think, vote on it. So.
Oh, my God. If the fans want it,
do it. Yeah.
God.
But anyway, that's all. Nothing major is going on. It looks like they're heading in the right direction. Thank God.
I'm going to sign that, bro, because I want the division to be what it was when I grew up.
Well, that's what, and they're talking about, we want to go back to the glory days.
Exactly. I want it to be what we had when I was growing up. The fucking Cowboys and Redskins first facing off each other. Cowboys and Indians. Like when we grew up, we played that all the time, dude.
Yeah, it's nothing racist.
And sometimes my friend was an Indian. Sometimes I was the Indian.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, he would have the fake pistol and I would have the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking stop and change it back. Yeah. I'm going to sign it, bro.
All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I've signed it. Yeah.
I knew you did.
Yeah, of course.
I sent it to you. I was like, I know he's already signed it, bro. Or he's going to sign it right now.
Yeah, I did. It's like, hell yeah. Anyway, yeah, nothing but good stuff coming out. So, like I said, the only thing is the quarterback position. They're battling, and I don't think they haven't decided exactly who's going to be the number one guy.
The preseason games will determine.
Yeah,
a lot of that. The other thing, one of the other teams, the Denver Broncos, with the new head coach of Sean Payton coming in.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson did not play a single snap in the preseason a year ago. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? Russell Wilson will play because Sean Payton's like, obviously, he will play because Sean Payton doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing I will say is Sean Payton came in and fucking laid some massive, like, you guys got off easy last year, obviously, because the coach was arguably one of the worst that had ever been hired in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It was the worst season ever.
It was bad.
And he came in and was like, yeah, fuck that. He's like, I've changed everything. Like, he came out and said, he's like, I basically changed everything. And starters will play. And he's like, we just haven't figured out how many snaps yet, but they will play. Russell Wilson obviously needs to play. I think he's done, personally. I think Russell Wilson's done.
Yeah.
He's not good. He was so bad last year.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to bounce back from that.
But you never know with Sean Payton coming in and changing shit up. It could be a rebound, so we'll see. But that's the thing that came out from Denver being like, no, the starters are playing in the preseason. That reminds me, Dak did not play last year in the preseason, and I don't think he's going to play again. Yeah, I would definitely play him in the second game. There's only 3 preseason games now. Mm-hmm. The second game is like the dress rehearsal.
Yeah,
I'd play them for at least a quarter. The starters. Mm-hmm. Jesus,
they need to get some snaps, dude,
against somebody else.
And Dak definitely does.
Yeah,
he's throwing picks in fucking preseason or in training camp all fucking every day.
Yeah, he is.
They got to need some more work.
He is.
Yeah,
and for him to come out and say like, I will not throw 15 picks. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna throw like 20, bro.
Yeah.
Why would you say that? Why? Just be humble, bro.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, I'm working hard.
Yeah.
Just, God damn it. God fucking damn it, bro. We got a big episode next week with Colin. We're going over fantasy football players and everything like that. So we're going to deep dive pretty hardcore into the NFL next week. Outside of training camp and stuff like that, we're going to get everybody ready for fantasy football draft as we get closer to that.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. But as far as the NFL goes as well, I want to say, like I said at the top or whatever, last night was the 2023 Hall of Fame induction, because that happens on the Hall of Fame weekend. We get the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
We get the induction. Just real quick down the list that I think we already mentioned this before. Joe Thomas went in. Rondé Barber went in. Don Coryell went in. Darrell Revis went in. Chuck Howley went in. Joe Klecko, DeMarcus Ware, fucking A, Ken Riley, and Zach Thomas. Those are the guys that went in.
Yep.
So they all had their speeches and everything, and it was awesome to see all those guys get in. Very well deserved, all of them. DeMarcus Ware's speech was really cool, dude. If you didn't get a chance to see the clip of that, he saved 3 or 4 seats. He reserved 3 or 4 seats, and they showed that they were empty in the front for teammates that he played with that died.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. He got very emotional when he was talking about it.
That's cool.
But that's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of guy DeMarcus Ware is. I wish he would have won a title with Dallas, but he had to go to Denver to win that because we suck.
Yeah.
Now, what that led me to think about was next year's first-year eligible players for the Hall of Fame, real quick, okay?
Okay.
And then we're getting into something with the NFL. Again, get off my screen. Get off my screen. Technical difficulties. I don't know why this is on my screen. Hang on. Okay. Sorry. First year eligible players next year. Now, again, this is just means they're eligible. Doesn't mean they're going to get in. For there's a ton of stuff. Julius Peppers. 100% first round getting in immediately, in my opinion. Julius Peppers.
Oh, yeah.
He goes in immediately, in my opinion. He was dominating for a long time. Peppers is 4th all time in sacks. He's going in immediately.
Yeah, he's first round. Yeah, this is first ballot?
First ballot.
Yeah,
this is his first year eligible. He's going in. Here's another one for you, bro. Antonio Gates.
It's interesting. I don't know if he's a first ballot guy, but he should. He's one of the best tight ends out there, like in history.
A lot of guys it takes a lot to be first. You go in first year.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. There's some guys that wait forever. Like Drew Pearson finally got in. He waited forever. Antonio Gates. Oh man, man, he had 11,000 yards, bro, and 116 touchdowns. I don't know if I agree with you. I don't know if he's going to get it next year, but
if
he
does, I wouldn't be like, oh, what the fuck. I'd be like, okay, I get it, but
he should be getting in at some point. Maybe not next year. Okay, Eric Berry, remember him?
Yes,
5-time Pro Bowler safety. Yeah, 3 first team All Pro. That's close. That one may be there.
He is known as one of the best, safeties out there. So,
I think I'm going to put that in if he doesn't get in next year, he'll get in again.
Yeah.
At some point. Haloti Ngata, nose tackle. That's one of those positions that everybody just doesn't really care about. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, though. He won the Super Bowl with the Ravens when they won. I think if I had to guess, it's the same thing. If he doesn't get in next year, he's going to get in at some point. This one surprised me, bro. He's eligible. He's never going to get in, I don't think. I would say no, ever. Andrew Luck.
Nah, he didn't play long enough, I don't think.
Yeah. He was so good when he played.
He was good, though, but I don't think he has enough.
He got hurt and then just decided to retire.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, he could have been there, bro. You know what I mean? If he was able to keep going.
Yeah.
But I never see Andrew Luck going in. Never. The other people that are still not in that should be Dwight Freeney, Devin Hester. Devin Hester's got to go, bro.
I saw that Joe Jacoby was a lineman for the Hogs. I know he made like the final voting list, but I don't know if he made the final inductees or whatever to vote to go in.
No, he's the senior category.
Okay.
Of the 2024 Hall of Fame class.
Okay.
He's there.
Okay.
There's a committee apparently that can choose up to 3 candidates to be considered for the 2024 ballot, where they'll need 80% of the vote to be enshrined, and Joe Jacoby's on there.
Okay.
Another one, as far as they're eligible but they didn't get voted in, Jared Allen. I really don't see him going in. I'll be honest. I thought he had a better career, but he's 12th on sack of all time. And
okay.
I mean, Peppers is going in immediately, in my opinion, next year.
No, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, he's way better than Jared Allen. Reggie Wayne is on that. Yeah, Torrey Holt. He was a part of the greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
Patrick Willis, Willie Anderson, Andre Johnson, Darren Woodson. For God's sakes, put Darren Woodson in. Man, when he was a safety for us, bro, he was dominating at that time. That era, he was just dominating. Darren Woodson's been eligible for a while. But yeah, the senior list, Joe Jacoby was on there. Roger Craig's on there. Art Powell. I mean, these are a little older dudes.
Yeah.
As far as coaches go and front office, Tom Coughlin, Mike Holmgren, Dan Reeves, Art Rooney Jr., Marty Schottenheimer, Mike Shanahan.
Okay.
Robert Kraft. I'm putting him in just for his massages.
Yeah, he's getting in for sure.
Yeah. So we'll see. Tom Coughlin should be in. He won 2 Super Bowls, bro.
Yeah.
And he beat the Patriots whenever they had an undefeated season, bro. He should go in just for that.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah. Robert Kraft should go in too, by the way.
Yeah, 7 Super Bowls in the last 20 years, dude. Jesus.
Yeah. Whatever you think about is off the field or out of the stadium, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's one of the best owners ever.
Yeah.
Probably ever.
Yeah.
7 Super Bowls. It was a dynasty that we've never seen.
Yeah. And that how short of a period it was. I mean, it was over, 20-something years, but, I mean, nobody wins that much in 20 years, dude.
No. We've never seen that.
Yeah.
We never will again. Mike Shanahan's probably got to go in. He won back-to-back with Elway in Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm putting him in.
Yeah. He's a good coach, man.
Even though he had a shitty run with the Redskins for you.
Yeah. Anybody
and
that
ruined
comes
RG3
to coach for the Redskins usually does.
Yeah. Except for Joe Gibbs. Who's, by the way, he's already in.
Actually, that's the guy that got our last playoff win.
Yeah,
in 17 years.
Well, he's a Hall of Fame coach, so he's already in.
Yeah, yeah, he's been there.
Yeah, exactly. But I do believe Mike Shanahan should be there. He won back-to-back Super Bowls with Denver, bro. So, anyways, okay, real quick before we move on to the MLB, because we got a little bit to talk about with the MLB trade deadline, of course, that happened in this past week. That's been crazy. I just want to say. Preseason NFL predictions. This is by a predictor that takes into account of all the shit basically and runs it through a computer.
Okay.
Which, by the way, sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong.
Right.
They are predicting the Eagles to win the Super Bowl this year, so they're already wrong. They don't predict them to win the Super Bowl. They have the highest percentages to be back and probably win.
Okay.
Okay.
The highest probability.
Predicted wins though. 11.5 for the Eagles.
That's
I say yes.
Yeah.
To that. Cowboys 10.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna win probably 11, 12 games. We've done that ever since McCarthy's been there. Actually,
right? Yeah.
We're great in the regular season.
Mm-hmm. But just can't get over that hump.
Yeah. So don't we'll see. And this takes into account schedules and stuff like that, of course.
Yeah.
Chiefs 10.5 basically 10.5 wins. I'm going over on that.
Yeah, I'm saying that they're 12-13 easy.
They may repeat as the Super Bowl champs, dude.
I don't see why not.
They have the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, he's insane.
Bills, 10 wins.
Yeah. Or more.
I'm going to go more.
I'd take the over on that, yeah.
I do. Browns. They have the Browns at 10 wins.
No.
Yeah. I don't know why. It must be their schedule.
Maybe.
Which, you know what? I know we talked shit about the Browns last year with Deshaun Watson, but when he comes in with a full offseason and everything,
yeah,
it might be better, bro. Because when he was with Houston, I had him in fantasy and he was dominant.
Yeah, he's not a bad quarterback. I mean, he hasn't played really.
That's what I'm saying. If he gets more time under his belt,
yeah, he might get back to form or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. 49ers, 9.5 wins. I see that way more.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Over on that. I mean, they're arguably the best team in the NFC.
I think so.
I mean,
outside of the Eagles,
and the Eagles and 49ers like the NFC Championship last year.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's us, but I doubt it because we can't get past the second round. Dolphins, 10 wins.
If Tua stays healthy, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's the big question.
Dude, you touch that guy and he's like, my concussion.
Yeah. Vikings, 10 wins.
That's possible.
They won 13 last year.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Kirk Cousins is good, man.
He is, dude. I watched that series, The Quarterback.
I still got to watch that, yeah.
I don't know how you haven't watched that.
I know. I'll start that up, man.
You need to. It'll make you respect Kirk Cousins like crazy. He's a great fucking guy.
Yeah, I've always liked the guy. I wish we would have just signed him to a long-term deal, dude. They kind of screwed him over there. I mean, he made a ton of money here, but they didn't give him a real chance.
Yeah. Chargers, 9.5 wins.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
I'm going to take
they
Chargers.
Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator now, so who knows?
Well, they also have one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, that's true. Who just got paid.
Yeah. Everybody's saying that Herbert is kind of a MVP favorite.
Okay. I can see that. He's good.
And he has one of the best pass-catching running backs, Eckler.
Yeah.
God, he just throws it to him 15 times a game. Steelers, 9.5 wins. I don't see that. Kenny Pickett, really?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I'm not trusting that at all.
No, that's too much. That's too high.
Yeah.
I'd put them around 6-7.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Seahawks, 8.5 wins.
I mean, they had a pretty good season with Geno Smith last year because he kind of.
I'm thinking this is dead on, bro. 8 and 9, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Jets, bro. 9 wins.
That's very doable with Aaron Rodgers. And
I'm pretty sure
they had a decent team last year. Actually.
First of all, let me just say that the Jets, that division is very hard.
Yeah.
And you're there with the AFC East, so you're there with the Bills. You're there with Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Patriots, who are never easy, even though they're it's Belichick, bro.
Yeah.
So that division's you're playing those twice, and the Bills twice, which is going to be a great fucking game. Right. Allen versus Rodgers. We don't get to see that. We've never seen that, really.
Yeah, I don't think we have. I'm
down for that. So they're in a tough division. So that's going to be tough. Ravens, 9 wins. New offensive coordinator for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Saints, 9 wins. Ugh.
Yeah.
Right around 500. That makes sense with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Probably better than Dak, though. Jaguars, 9 wins. Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson. I would be comfortable taking the over on that.
Yeah, I would too, because they had a great second half of the season last year. That made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bengals are sitting at 8 wins now. I believe that's because of Burrow's injury.
Okay.
So this updated.
Right.
But if Burrow's healthy,
the
Bengals are winning 10, 12 games.
Yeah. Easily.
They'll be in the playoffs. Panthers, 8.5 wins. I don't see that.
Yeah, it's going to be lower than that.
Lower than that because they got a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Reich didn't do so well in Indy, so we'll see what he does over there. And then let's see, kind of the last one I wanted to tell you about was the Commanders, bro. 6.5 wins.
Yeah, I mean that's about right. I think
I'm gonna take the under on that.
Going in with no, you don't know who your quarterback is, and one of those guys is a guy who doesn't have very much experience. So yeah, I mean, I right now I'm putting them at 7. So I'm gonna
go 6.
Okay.
So it's at 6.5. I'm taking the under.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 6 wins, 11 losses.
And we're going to do our full-on predictions, closer to.
Oh, yeah. This is just something that I read. We'll do our prediction. Maybe we'll do that in
a couple of weeks.
Next
week we got Colin on for
we'll do the fantasy thing, and then we'll do maybe in like 3 weeks because the season doesn't start till September 7th.
Okay.
So we got time. I just wanted to run through this right now. Is what they're saying. So yeah, and we've got some people chatting here. I don't know who that is, but Cowboys versus Chiefs. Okay, I immediately know who it is now. So Leo lady hit the chat, bro. She's saying Cowboys.
Yeah, earlier she mentioned my shirt, so I knew who it was. Me.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that chat. Sorry. I was on another screen. My bad.
Yeah.
No. I always tell her I love your positivity, but you know that things are not going to go the way we want them to. The Cowboys will break your heart. I say it every year, and you know I'm right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and by the way, I said that last year on a post. I literally said it, or probably shared one of the things I said on here. Dak Prescott will break your heart, and guess what he did?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, it's like I fucking know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it's been so predictable, dude, for the last however long.
Yeah, it's not like I'm spitting Nostradamus shit over here. It's just the same thing that happens every year.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So, anyways, more talk, and I agree. Fuck the 49ers. more NFL talk coming, but let's jump over to something really super positive for us: the Texas Rangers and the MLB. Texas Rangers dominating. Last week when we recorded, they were going through the Max Scherzer trade. It became official, obviously, and then after that, they added Jordan Montgomery and Chris Stratton. Jordan Montgomery is another starter. Chris Stratton's a bullpen guy, both from the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris Young, the GM, who's an actual GM, knew that we needed pitching and bullpen help, went out, made it happen, got Max Scherzer, an ace, been an ace for a long time, and Jordan Montgomery, who's actually really solid, dude. He's having a great year for the Cardinals, so he comes over here, and we just need that. We need somebody in there to be solid, like in the third or fourth spot, because we don't have DeGrom, and that was a big hole, and then Max Scherzer's filling that hole for this year. Next year, DeGrom, like I said, cross your fingers. He comes back August, September, sometime there for a playoff run. But we'll see. But he goes out, gets 2 starters and a bullpen guy. I wish we would have got one more bullpen guy, but that's okay. The bullpen's looking way better than what we were going before.
Yes.
They were blowing games.
Yeah. Well, and ever since we got Chapman, that guy's been lights out.
Yeah, so and that's the other one. You can chalk that up as Chapman, of course, coming over. He just came way before the trade deadline.
Right. Which we desperately needed him at the time, and he's worked out.
And he's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's only had one bad outing.
Yeah.
One. And that was on his back-to-back days.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I went to the game on Thursday for Max Scherzer's first start. Me and my old man went.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look like it was started off good. 37 pitches, 1 inning. I was like, oh, God, help us all. Settled down. Ended up pitching 6 innings, giving up 3 runs, and the only runs he was giving up was the first inning. Settled in like an ace, bro, and gave us 6 innings. Quality start. Yep. Ended up winning the game because the Rangers came back and won. Mm-hmm. So pumped about that. And we gave up a prospect and then got $35 million from the Mets. Like, that is a trade that is going to go down as one of the best.
It was an insane.
I mean, I didn't think it was. I thought, okay, 2 or 3 prospects probably. 1 prospect.
Yeah.
Who's never going to play here, by the way, because he's an infielder, middle infielder. We have that locked up for a long time.
He's he's one of our top 10 guys. I think he was like number 2 in our system, or 3, or I can't remember. But he's a second baseman. And obviously we have Simeon, who's killing it, and he's here for the next 5 years. After this year, he has 5 more years on his contract. So
yeah.
Acuna is not Luis Angel. Acuna is not playing on this team in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and by the way, the other kicker on the Max Scherzer trade was he has a player option for next year. But before we traded for him, they made him agree to opt into the player option. So he's here next year.
Yeah.
So we haven't. He's on a rental.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the option to. Well, he had the option, but he opted in.
Yeah.
He had to waive his no trade clause, obviously, because God, the Mets are a nightmare.
They're
which, by the way. Just real quick, the Mets also traded Justin Verlander to Houston, unfortunately. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, I was hoping to get Verlander, too.
Well,
we were one of the teams kind of in the mix there, but...
Well, I would have taken, of course, I would have taken Verlander, but
Yeah.
I was just hoping that he got traded somewhere else, like National League.
I didn't want him in our division.
I was hoping he stayed in the National League.
Yeah.
Like, please go to the Dodgers or something.
Yeah.
But coming to Houston, so that's a battle. Kind of weird for Scherzer and Verlander to be on the same team and then turn around
Now
2
they're-
days later and you're fighting for the division
Yeah.
against each other. But the funny thing about that is because the Mets also agreed to pay like 50-something million to Houston for Verlander because both of those guys have massive contracts.
Yeah. And
Now the Mets are paying, what, $131 million to players that are not even on their roster?
yeah, almost 132 million to people that don't play for them. And a lot of these guys aren't playing on any teams, actually. They're like retired.
Right, and that's more of a payroll than how many teams?
12 teams. 12 teams have a lower payroll than what the Mets are paying other players that don't play for their team.
Dude, that's a sign of a garbage organization.
How this GM still has a job, I don't know. He should be fired after this year.
The owner of the Mets is Steve Cohen. He's awful.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah. You know, it was funny hearing Max Scherzer's comments about like talking to the GM and the owner about how their vision changed because they're having a god awful year.
Yeah.
And so they were just offloading people because they're like, yeah, we're more focused on like 2025, 2026. Maybe we can compete then. And Scherzer only has 2 years left. He's like, well, that's outside my contract window, so I'm going to waive my no trade. And then
I'm going to go compete now.
He talked to DeGrom because they were on the same team last year. And DeGrom was like, dude, it's great here. The guys are great. Everything's great. So DeGrom kind of gave the final nudge probably for Scherzer to be like, fine, I'm out. And, bro, if you knock the trade for Scherzer because he's older, get the fuck out of my face, bro. I want this guy.
Yeah, I mean.
Like, we need him.
Yeah.
He's better than, like, he's better than every pitcher that we have on the rotation right now.
Yeah.
DeGrom's not in the rotation. I'm not talking about him. Evaldi's having a better year, but he's hurt, and he's not going to be back for a week or two. So, but yeah, I love the trade. Chris Young and also Jordan Montgomery's start on Friday was awesome too. He did great.
Yeah, and ever since the trade deadline has happened, the Rangers are undefeated since the trade deadline, which was August 1st. They've swept 2 teams. Today they just finished the sweep of the Marlins. They had 4 straight quality starts. They look good, man. And the offense has kind of picked up after that San Diego series where the offense was completely shitty and didn't produce at all. Now they're back swinging the bat, scoring some runs. And that's without Heim right now. Heim's still hurt, but we got some good news about him. Looks like he is going to come back and not have that wrist surgery, so that's good to hear because we need that guy. Seager's been off and on hurt. He missed today's game just as a precaution. He's not actually hurt. He just has like a sore thumb.
And I will say this real quick.
He just came back the other night, so he had been hurt for a couple weeks before that. So they're playing really well with all these injuries happening.
I will say we got bad news.
Yeah. Oh, did we?
I did while we were talking earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Young caught a line drive earlier today in the game, and he fractured his thumb.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No more news obviously coming out. Bochy said we had it x-rayed. That's all I can give you right now. He'll see a specialist. We'll see where we're at, what needs to be done, whatever. We just don't know yet.
Oh, God. That's a fractured thumb. That's not good, dude.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's season ending.
You would think.
And he's rookie of the year, dude.
It's our third baseman that plays every day.
Yeah, and he's been killing it.
Yeah.
He is the rookie of the year, if you ask me. They got him not as the number 1 rookie, which is stupid.
I just want to say that real quick. We got some bad news out of the game today.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, the Rangers.
This team has been dealing with this stuff.
We've gotten a fuck ton of injuries this year, man.
And we've been in first place this whole time. So this team is really resilient. Like especially like Jankowski, guys like that, and Grossman.
They'll put Duran at third.
They come in and they're hitting the ball really well. So. The offense is great.
They'll put Duran at third.
Yeah, and that's great. Having that guy in the lineup's okay, but man.
Thank God they didn't trade him now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's true. Because, fuck.
I'd rather have him than
Seager and fucking Seager's, I mean, he's not. He'll
I think
be back,
Josh Smith can play third, but I'm not. I'd rather have Duran playing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Duran can play short, too. But,
yeah.
I mean, if Seager's coming back for sure, he's not out for a long period of time or nothing.
No. He'll be there.
But it looks like Young's going to be out for a while.
Well, fractured thumb, we don't know yet. As we're recording, obviously, this episode drops on Tuesday, so the news will already be out there about how long he's going to be out. But a fractured thumb, not good.
It's bad. Yeah,
that's usually a season ending.
Yeah, that's usually a surgery type of thing.
Yeah. Damn it.
All right. Well,
I mean, maybe not, and maybe he can play through the pain like Heim's going to try to do, but we'll see. I mean, that's not good news, obviously.
No.
But
especially
this team,
for a player that's just been lights out all year.
Yeah, I mean, he's hitting fifth in the lineup every day.
Yeah.
And he's 22 home runs.
He was an all-star. I think he's undoubtedly the rookie of the year this year. So
not good.
Yeah.
But if it's on his glove hand, bro, because that's what I think it is, because he caught it in his glove, and that's what I think did it. Fucking tape it up, bro. You'll be fine, bro.
Fucking rub some dirt on it, kid.
Yeah. Just get surgery in the off season, bro. We're in a fucking pennant race.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, man. We'll see.
But the trade deadline for the Rangers, by the way, everybody around the league, I've seen the Rangers won the trade deadline.
Oh, yeah.
Number one. The ones that didn't are the Angels, who have not won a game. Well, shit, did they win today? Because we started recording. It was tied. Let's see. Did they win today? It's the bottom of the 10th. They're losing 3-2. The Angels have not won a game since the trade deadline, and they chose to become buyers and not sellers. They chose not to trade Shohei Ohtani, where they could have gotten probably 6-7 prospects.
Somebody's whole fucking farm system.
And they were just like, nah, we're going all in. We're going to win. And they traded for Lucas Giolito, who has been awful. Gave up 9 runs the other day.
Yeah.
So that's hilarious because fuck the Angels. They're atrocious. They're the worst organization. They look like the dumbest fucking organization ever.
They do.
Dude, they're wasting Ohtani away. He's not coming back next year. There's no way.
No.
This guy's like, I want to win. Fuck this.
Yeah, he's walking, dude. So they literally just let this guy. They're gonna let this guy walk, and they got nothing back for him, which is the dumbest thing ever.
They're the dumbest organization ever, dude.
Yeah. You have the two best players on the fucking team or two best baseball players in the world, Trout and Ohtani, and you can't fucking win with them. What the fuck are you doing over there?
They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're a joke. So imagine being fourth in your division, trading to be buyers, thinking you're going to make a run, and then not winning a game since your trades.
Right now they're 10 games out of the division, out of the first. Where's the wild card? Because I know they're not. They're further out from the wild card than they were at the trade deadline.
Oh, of course. Why they haven't won a game.
Yeah. And it's so bad. Like they're not going to win. They're not going to get into the playoffs.
Not even close.
It's crazy.
Idiots. Morons. Okay. So there you go, man. We've got an exciting time ahead of us, though. We're going to talk about this is the first time we've been able to talk about on this podcast. First time we will talk about the Rangers going to the playoffs, because the Rangers, I believe, I looked it up and found a good thing with the percentage wise of playoffs, and this was earlier today. 88% chance the Rangers make the playoffs this year. So we're in. We're in 100%.
It's been a long time since we.
Angels 3.6%, but they chose to be buyers. So there you go. Fucking idiots, dude. Yeah. And by the way, it wouldn't surprise me if we somehow end up if we went in today as the division winner, and then the Orioles would be the other division winner. They would go in.
Yeah.
You might have the chance for Texas versus Houston ALCS is there.
That would be crazy.
I would please. And then we win.
Yeah.
And fuck Houston so much.
I hate the Astros so much.
I hate Houston, the city of Houston, the Astros team. And the last series got dirty.
Yeah.
And there's another series at home in about a month. You know those motherfuckers remember that. It's going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's going to get nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, September baseball.
The rivals here, though.
September and October baseball is the best shit. Like, especially when you get to the postseason. But, like, even September baseball, when you have, like, a tight race like this.
This is the first time in a long time, though, that both of us have been good.
Yeah.
Because think about back in the day, 2016, right before the Astros won the World Series in 2017, they were coming up.
Yeah.
And we were a playoff team.
Yeah.
And Bannister, we cleared the benches. And remember, Bannister was out there pointing and being like, so this is what happens when both of us are good.
Yeah.
And so after that is whenever we went to shit, and we've been shit for a while.
Yeah.
And now we're good. And so you see what happens. Frommer
Gets a little heated, baby.
Frommer hit Simeon. Simeon took exception to that. And then benches cleared. And here we go. And The next series in Arlington is in a month. I think September, like early September. So
yeah, who knows where the race is going to be by that point. I think the Rangers have a 2.5 game lead now because they won today and Houston lost. So that
I think Houston won today.
Oh yeah,
well. But it was 2.5.
I
think it's 2.5.
Yeah, but it is 2.5. Yeah. So,
but it's a good thing we won then. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying that's exciting. If we've got a division rival like that, just down the road 4 hours, and God, in the worst city ever, by the way, that place is a shithole.
Yeah.
If you've never been to Houston, and most of you probably have, it's a shithole. You know it's a shithole. The players are shitty people. Literally the shittiest people on earth.
Yeah.
Altuve is a piece of shit. Bregman's a piece of shit. Tucker's a piece of shit. God, fuck them.
They're like Lizzo, bro.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
They're
all.
the Lizzo of baseball, dude.
I hate them.
They probably body shame people, bro. Fucking asshole.
Well, they cheat. We know that.
That's true.
That's now they have Verlander back. By the way, real quick, this just made me think of this. Verlander is a piece of shit too. Because in his press conference going back to Houston, he called the Texas Rangers Dallas.
Oh.
He said that. He's like, yeah, Dallas is having a great season. I'm like, is this guy stupid? Or is he just trying to piss off the whole Metroplex?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, he did.
And I'm like, fuck this guy for not giving us respect and saying the Rangers.
God, I hope we light that motherfucker up when he pitches.
Well, what's best is he had a good game, his first, but they lost. So fuck that guy.
Yeah, good.
And he took the L.
Yeah, good.
So fuck you, Verlander. I don't care if your wife's hot. She is hot.
Jesus. Yeah, she's crazy hot.
Kate Upton, get on this. All right, man. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right, man.
I do have one little funny thing, just real quick to end on.
Okay.
Because it's funny, as we always do. And before we get the hell out of here.
All right.
It's a little story that came across the wavelengths. I think it's a little older, but I had never seen this before, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. Well, it's sad, but I mean, let's be honest, it's funny. Okay. All right. Arizona man shocked to find out his mother's donated body was strapped to a chair and detonated in U.S. military blast testing.
What in the fuck?
So isn't that funny?
How does that happen?
Well, here we go.
All right.
The Arizona Body Donation Center, where FBI agents discovered a woman's head sewn onto a male body like Frankenstein, also sold an elderly woman's corpse to the U.S. Army to be blown up in a blast testing experiment. Jim Stauffer donated his mother's body to the Biological Resource Center in Maricopa County, Arizona, after she died aged 74. Doris Stauffer suffered from Alzheimer's during the final years of her life. Doctors believe the disease may have mutated as she did not have the usual Alzheimer's gene, and they hope to study her brain after her death. So that's why they asked for her body to be donated. After neurologists said they could not accept the body, Jim Stauffer donated it to the BRC in the hopes her brain could still be used for scientific research for future Alzheimer's patients.
Right.
Several days later, Jim received a wooden box containing his mother's ashes. He was never told how his mother's body had been used at the center. Years later, a report revealed that her brain was never used for research. Instead, the body was sold off to the U.S. Army so it could be used as a part of an experiment to measure damage caused by roadside bombs.
Jesus Christ.
She was... Sorry, I'm not laughing, Jim. I'm sorry. She was then supposedly strapped into a chair of some sort or some sort of apparatus, and then a detonation took place underneath her to basically kind of get an idea of what the human body goes through when a vehicle is hit by an IED. There was actually wording on this paperwork about performing this stuff. Performing these medical tests that it may involve explosions. We checked no on the box on all that, Jim said. According to the report, at least 20 bodies donated to that BRC were sold off to the Army for experiments without their families' consent. The bodies were sold for around $5,893 each.
Good Lord.
The donation center is no longer operating, I would imagine.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was raided in 2014 by the FBI following accusations that it was selling donated bodies for profit. of course.
So they're supposed to take in the donations for the
and do research.
Yeah, for the Alzheimer's
But
stuff,
they're
right?
selling it off.
But they're like, let's just make some money off these.
Selling bodies to the U.S. Army / our government for profit.
Yeah, wow.
It was during the 2014 raid. The FBI. So yeah, this center's been going on for a while. The FBI raid. The agents made several horrific discoveries, including a woman's head sewn onto a male torso, dismembered limbs, and head strewn about a cooler filled with male genitalia.
Jesus, what the fuck is going on over
here? Jim is one of several people currently suing that research center.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I'm not sure how much money you're going to get there, Jim, but I'm sorry that your mom...
Yeah, because that place looks like it's in shambles.
I'm sorry that your mom was...
Use this
going for research and then strapped to a chair and just blown to pieces.
Wow, that's crazy.
For study by the U.S. Army / government.
Right.
Which, by the way, don't sue the center, sue the fucking government.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But
there's no way that they gave her real ashes, bro. Gave him her real ashes.
Well, that's a good point.
If you blow the body up into like. Did they gather up all the pieces and put it in a thing to get that?
It's probably like fucking multiple people around in like a circle. Yeah. They're like, I guess this is what's her name's arm.
Yeah, yeah. There's no way, dude. They gave him some random ass ash. That's not her, Jim. Throw those away.
Yeah. Well, just spread them somewhere.
Obviously, they're a top grade organization over there.
Yeah, you can definitely trust them.
Yeah, it's totally your mom's ashes.
Bro,
probably a fucking dog or roadkill that they found.
Can you imagine, though? You're like, oh, man, she had a horrible case of a disease that we need to find more about.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's donate it, and they can research, and that'd be great.
Yeah.
And then just one day you get a package in the mail. You're like, what the hell is this? I didn't order anything.
Yeah.
And you open it up, and it's like it's this fucking note or whatever. And you're like, ashes? Like, oh, I didn't know they were going to cremate her at the research center after they were done.
Yeah.
We didn't consider that. And then you get on the phone, bro, and they're like, oh no, we found out that $6,000 later, this research center got $6,000 for your mom's body.
Jesus.
And it's been blown to pieces in a IED test.
That's crazy, dude. Wow. Yeah, this is why I have a ton of trust issues for all kinds of stuff. Government stuff.
Well, that's why you should never trust. I don't know, dude. Do your research, I guess.
Yeah.
On who you're donating shit to.
Right.
But I want to say real quick out there, don't donate my body to nothing.
Yeah. Just bury me, dude. That's all I want.
No, just burn me up, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Burn me up. And then spread my ashes on a ballpark somewhere.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be.
There you go.
In the dirt. Because who cares at that point? I'm not fucking alive.
Right.
You don't need to bury me in the goddamn ground. I'm not coming back as a zombie. Unless that actually does happen, then we'll talk after that. Okay? If it does happen, if zombies happen one day, because of some crazy shit,
it could.
Then leave me alone. Okay?
Yeah.
And it should happen. We talked about this, bro. We need the aliens to come and wipe out half of this planet.
That's true.
It would help so much.
It would.
Oh my god, dude. Can we strap Joe Biden to one of these chairs? IED test him?
Yeah.
A real live test? Am I allowed to say that?
Probably not.
On you? Are we gonna get scratched for that?
Probably.
Damn. Hey, by the way, last week we got fucked because we played an Eagles song.
Yeah, you can't watch our episode 93. It's gone.
Completely. And I was like, are you kidding me?
We played like 30 seconds of an Eagles song and they fucking...
the ending of it was the entire song.
But, yeah, that's true.
But hey, come on. We're not making money here.
Yeah, I don't get it. But you got to get permission to do that on YouTube, so... Oh, well.
Sorry, guys. We didn't mean it. We apologize. We were just trying to pay respects to Randy Meisner.
Yeah. I think you can still listen to the audio version.
Oh, yeah. The audio's still out there.
Yeah.
The video on YouTube, you will not be able to see it. You wonder, why does it skip 93? Well, it's because of that. We got struck.
Yeah, we stole some music, apparently.
Yeah, I made so much cash off of that. Thank God.
Yeah, we're rolling in it over here.
Matter of fact, they made money off of me because it actually was streamed through my phone, technically.
Yeah.
So, what the fuck? Anyways, man,
right, man,
let's get the hell out of here. Hey, by the way, if you die, I'm going to donate your body to be blown up. Okay?
Hey, as long as we know beforehand, it's fine. But if you're actually trying to get something done and they're like, nah, fuck this, we're going to make some money. And
what do you want to get done with your brain?
No, nothing.
You don't have no CTE.
No.
They'd be like, they'd look at your brain and be like, yeah, this guy was just dumb. That's all it was. The same with me. I mean, like,
yeah, like, God, this guy was stupid. He kept making the same mistakes, and
that one
he
part
never
of his,
learned.
That one part of the brain, he was always horny. It was so big. And mine would be massive too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely jerked off 5 or 6 times a day, for sure.
Yeah.
I'd be like, how are they so goddamn accurate?
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with that?
Oh, man. Dude, what is it about? Do you jerk off more when you're hungover? I find myself.
100%.
Yeah,
That's
why
weird.
is that?
Like, tomorrow's going to be crazy.
Like,
I don't know.
I remember the last time I was hungover, I think I jerked off 4 times that day. After.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because your like brain is still fucked up
Yeah.
from the chemicals.
Yeah.
The chemicals between us. No.
But I don't get it. It's like, because you're usually in your like body's fucking tired, but then you're like,
Yeah.
I just got to jerk off right now.
Yeah, no, I would. It's weird. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like hungover, I'm way more like ready to fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
And then no one's here, and I'm like, I gotta jerk.
Yeah, that's what. Usually if I like had a girl with me or whatever, and we woke up hungover, I was always like, hell yeah, I woke up and with
Oh,
blood,
100%. Yeah. It's weird because now, for me personally, and several of you probably relate out there as well, even if you're fucking married.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it, dude. This has got to be taken care of. So let me pull up the old fucking Pornhub and find a scene.
Exactly.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
And one that I haven't seen. Like, I need to fucking find some new shit.
Yeah, that's the problem with Pornhub is I go to it so often that they don't change up the main page.
Oh, they give me recommended, and I'm
Yeah,
like, can I get a random?
Yeah, I was like, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
And then I try to refresh it, but it keeps going to the same one. I'm like, God, you need to. Whoever runs Pornhub needs to make the recommendations different every day.
Yeah, I need some new recommendations.
Yeah.
So if you have any out there, please message us at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. And you can do that on our social media, please. At Eskimo Brothers Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And then, of course, we're live on YouTube every episode. And coming up shortly in a month or so, Thursday Night Football. We'll be live every Thursday Night Football game this year on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Go follow us, please. And subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is free to do. It doesn't cost you guys anything to do that. We would really appreciate it. And it helps us out as we try to grow. We did get like 2 or 3 new this week. So thank you out there if you did that. And shout out to you guys. Really appreciate it. And then, of course, Leaf's got the audio versions.
Yeah, we drop that on Tuesday mornings. It's on Spotify and Apple Music. On anywhere you can get podcasts, go listen to it. But we know the biggest ones are Apple Music and Spotify. On Apple, if you could, go to the review section and rate us 5 stars. And then underneath that, you'll see the write a review thing you can click on. And then just write a review for us, 2-3 sentences. It helps a lot to grow the podcast. And also on Spotify, you can go to our page. You have to listen to a few episodes before you can do that. But once you do, you can click on those 5 stars there. You don't have to write a review there. Just hit the 5 stars. That helps us out as well. So, now, like I said, it drops on Tuesdays mornings for the audio.
Yes, we really do appreciate it. Please do that out there for us. Everywhere you watch us, we really appreciate it. If you hung out with us tonight, thank you. More to come. We'll see you next week with a brand new episode. As always, of course. So cheers, everybody out there.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming service. And until next time, remember, an Eskimo Brothers bond is worth more than gold.